Wishing everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year's and a Happy Holidays. You can see the festive colors on our screens. So just want to wish everyone a very, very special holiday season. Want to wish everyone a fantastic Christmas holidays. And I want to wish everyone a phenomenal 2024 and a Happy New Year. I'm your host of the most, your boy Rich from Rich TV. If you're not winning, you're probably not watching. We bring you the winners and we bring them to you first. We bring you breaking news, trending topics, and all the biggest news in the world of finance, specifically stocks and crypto. Now we're going to talk about some big news happening today in Bitcoin and in cryptocurrency. And we're going to break it down right here, right now, exclusively on Rich TV. All right, let's take a look at the big news, shall we? So I want to go over the news first, and here it is. So here's the big news. Bitcoin to be recorded at fair value under new FASB rules. This is the big news that is trending, and the reason why Bitcoin is starting to make a move back up. This is the news that is circulating all over. Bitcoin to be recorded at fair value under the new FASB rules issued today, broken by Bloomberg. The amendments in the ASU improve the accounting for certain crypto assets by requiring an entity to measure those crypto assets at fair value each reporting period, with changes in fair value recognized in net income. What this will do, this is going to allow companies to be able to put Bitcoin and cryptos on their balance sheets and to have Bitcoin actually valued at fair value on their balance sheet. This is huge. That means if you got $1 million in Bitcoin, you can now go get a loan against your Bitcoin. You can raise capital against your Bitcoin. You can use Bitcoin when you're doing your taxes and show it as an asset. When it goes down, you can show it as a loss. When it goes up, you can show it as a profit. This is absolutely game-changing and huge, and I'm going to show you what it's done for Bitcoin today, because it's clearly been a big boom for Bitcoin after a big red day down for Bitcoin. In fact, we had 2 red days in a row. We're now having a green day, and Bitcoin is rallying back, now back over 42,100 on this news, and I believe this is a catalyst that could propel us all the way to 50,000, because this is the type of news that we needed to get Bitcoin regulated and at a point where institutions and high net worth investors can trust Bitcoin, can use Bitcoin, can accumulate Bitcoin, and now they can actually have Bitcoin be put as an asset on their balance sheet. Now, what I'm showing you now here is the monthly chart for Bitcoin. I want to show you something. So in January of this year, Bitcoin was at 16,000. It went up. In February of this year, Bitcoin was at 20,000. And remember, we were live all of these months letting you know that that was the time to buy Bitcoin. And full disclosure, I'm a holder of Bitcoin and Ethereum. Rich TV Live is strictly for information and education purposes. I'm not telling you to buy Bitcoin, okay? I really don't care what you buy or sell, and I'm not telling you what to do. I'm letting you know that I own Bitcoin. I buy Bitcoin. I own Ethereum, and I've been able to take advantage of this amazing move in the market. So in February, Bitcoin was at 20,000. In March, Bitcoin was at 22,000. In April, Bitcoin went to 29,000. In May, Bitcoin continued higher. In June, Bitcoin continued higher. In July, Bitcoin continued higher. So did you see the trend? For the first 6 months this year, Bitcoin went up every single month. Then we had our typical summer pullback where in August, Bitcoin was red. In September, Bitcoin was red. And look at the end of the year, which we predicted here on the Rich TV Live podcast multiple times and all year long. Huge green month in October, taking us to 31,000. Huge green month in November, taking us to 37,000. And massive green month in December, taking us to where we are today at 42,132 and climbing. But look at what happened last year. This is the monthly chart. We literally were red every single month last year. And we've done the opposite this year, going green every single month with the exception of 2. And I do believe that next year will be a lot of the same as we're going into Bitcoin ETFs getting approved, maybe as many as 12 of them by January 10th. That's a huge catalyst. That's less than a month away. We also have huge catalyst in Bitcoin happening between March and April of 2024, which is always a massive catalyst for Bitcoin. So we have some massive catalysts for Bitcoin to look forward to. And that's where I think everyone as investors need to be prepared and need to be ready. You need to be prepared. You need to be ready to take advantage of this if you want to make money. If you don't want to make money, that's fine. Sit on the sidelines, miss out on the greatest single investment opportunity of your lifetime. If you want to make money and you want to make 2024 your own, like 2023 has been a great year for me. I hope it's been a great year for you. If you want to make 2024 your year, Bitcoin can help you do that. And all you got to do is join our community and we can show you how you can start buying Bitcoin, trading Bitcoin, investing into Bitcoin, saving and protecting your Bitcoin. And we do that every single day here at the Rich TV Live podcast. And we've got members from all over the world that we're teaching about investing into Bitcoin and crypto literally every single day. So a huge move for Bitcoin, and that's the big news. I also want to show you what's going on in the overall market because we're having a clear Christmas rally going into Christmas. The Dow Jones has been absolutely on fire. It's only up a little bit today, but the volume is starting to get lower and lower as we're getting closer and closer to Christmas. We're only 12 days away, so you have to assume that there's not going to be a ton of trading. But you can see the Dow Jones is green slightly, S&P 500 green slightly, NASDAQ slightly red, but been green most of the day. The VIX is also green. Gold just under 2,000, slightly green. And oil, after being beat up and really destroyed over the last month or so, also in the green. So that's what's going on in the overall markets. All right, so let's talk about what is happening right now in the world of the stock markets. Let's talk about what's going on in the world of the stock market. So let's take a look at AVTX. So this is AVTX. This is the biggest mover of the day, up 116%. Look at this. What is this? So this didn't start like this today, but out of nowhere, the stock has exploded up 124%. So penny stock, super risky, super volatile. Not telling you to go and buy it, okay? You do what you want. Remember, you got to do what you want, but this is having a big day. However, when we look at the one-year chart, we see a stock that's been crushed from $4 to 7 cents. So am I going to immediately buy this? No, hell no. But it's doing a dead cat bounce. It's a good sign. It's nice to see that it's alive, but I mean, this is on life support. It's gone from $4 to 3 cents. This thing was on life support. It's doing a dead cat bounce. This is not my signal to buy the stock. This is my signal to put it on my radar, put on my watch list, let you guys know. This is just a one-day pump, but we could dump right back down tomorrow, or it might continue. I'm going to show you some stocks that have continued the momentum. This is not one of them. This is one that's been going down all year. All right, another stock having a big day today is STTK, up 103% at $4.29. Huge candle. That's the God candle right there. And if we look at the one-year chart, you can see a stock that is actually hitting a 52-week high. So this is good. This is a good sign. Stock hitting a 52-week high means this is a stock that's going in the right direction. This is the type of stock that I would definitely put on my radar and put on my watch list. But you could see that what happened was when it hit its 52-week high, it sold off. So I'm not going to immediately go and chase this up this much. It would have been nice to buy it at $1, considering it's at $4. That would have been the buy. Right now, I'm not going to buy it at $4, but I'll definitely put it on my radar, put it on my watch list, do more research, get to know the company, and let you guys know what's going on with it. And that's what we could do. But we're not going to immediately go and buy a stock just because it's having a good day or because it just hit a 52-week high. I'd rather buy it on a dip if I really like it and then wait for the next rip. And then when it rips, sell it. Now, speaking of stocks that have been hot, this is a stock that's been hot now for 2 days in a row. I did show you guys it had a massive gap to fill yesterday, and it continued to fill that gap today even further. So you can see here, let me back this up. I put that gap to fill right there yesterday, and it continued higher today. So this is one that actually is going in the right direction, has a lot of momentum. C4 Therapeutics, CCCC, was up big yesterday, up another 102% today. So huge move over the last 2 days on this stock. Still a massive gap to fill to get to the 52-week high zone, which is where I've got it marked. But I did show you that it had a gap to fill and it could continue that momentum, and it has on big news yesterday. So definitely one to put on your radar, put it on a watch list, be aware of CCCC, C4 Therapeutics, and it's been hot this week. RSLS up 75% on the day. Another stock that's been going down, but doing a dead cat bounce. Nice move up 75%, but it's a 44-cent stock that's come down from 20 bucks. So do you believe this? I don't believe it. Why would I believe it? It's come from $20 down to under a buck. Super risky, super volatile, not really what I'm looking for, but one that I'll definitely be watching and have on my radar, at least for a few days, and just get a feel for what's going on there. So definitely want to put on your radar. RSLS up 75%. ADCT. We've been talking about this trend with all small caps this year, where they pretty much have a very similar chart, not all, but most, where they've been beat up. Small caps have been beat up this year. There's no doubt about it. Here's another one that's gone from $5 to 36 cents and now is starting to recover. So this is good. This is bullish. This is a nice signal. Definitely one to watch. It's over $1. That's a good sign. If it can maintain over $1, we might see it go back to $5. If it does, there's a great opportunity here for investors. So definitely one to watch. ADCT up 52% and looking extremely bullish. Here's one that's been hot for a while. So it's got the same type of chart where it's come down from 40 bucks, which is just crazy, to penny stock land. $40, $50, all the way to penny stock land in 1 year. And from $50 to 60 cents. That's a big drop. That's a massive drop. So obviously not a great stock. But since it hit 62 cents, it's made this massive rally where it's gone from 62 cents to $3. So it's clearly going in the right direction now and has been for quite some time, and has been green for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So out of the last 9 trading days, it's been green for 7 of them. So this is one that's really moving in the right direction. It's come down from way higher levels, massive gap to fill. Definitely one to watch. Been hot for this entire last 5 trading days. So it's been hot for a week. So definitely keep your eye on view on the NASDAQ, heating up at $3.29 and up 36% on the day. Here's another one that's been very choppy and volatile, but has been going in the right direction. I've marked it up. You can see marked it up. It's come down too, but it's starting to make this move in the right direction where it's been going green, 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 green. See that? See all that green? So those are 3 green days in a row. Now, 3 green days doesn't mean that this is the hottest stock on the planet. Get in, but this is a good sign, meaning it's getting away from that dollar zone. Once it gets away from that dollar zone and it can prove that it can stay above $1, we might go much higher. If it gets beat up and stays under $1, the market makers take advantage. Short traders, institutions, high net worth investors, insiders dumping, and it just bleeds the stock down. People get out, they panic, they get out. Once it gets over $1, it's kind of like out of no man's land, and it kind of gives it hope again. So definitely one to watch. Nxtp Technologies Inc., Nxtp, been hot for 3 days in a row, and definitely one to put on your radar and put on your watch list. All right, let's continue on to other stocks that are doing well. INTS. Now, this is one that's been hot for, wow, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1 red day, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 days. Out of the last 15 days, INTS has gone up 14 out of the last 15 days. That's a stock that's going in the right direction. So definitely want to put on your radar and put on your watch list, trending in the right direction at a 52-week high, has momentum, Not telling you to buy it because it could definitely come down, but this is one that's definitely trending in the right direction. So in my opinion, put it on your radar, put it on your watch list. INTS, one of the hottest stocks of the last few weeks. Speaking of hot stocks, HRYU, another stock that has been trending in the right direction for now 4 days in a row. So after a big drop, HRYU is starting to make a recovery. Now, does 4 green days mean it's going all the way back? No, especially considering it's still under $1. But once this breaks that dollar zone, I think we could see it really run and maybe go to $2, $3, $4. So I believe HRYU is one to definitely put on your radar, put on your watch list, is moving in the right direction. And if this trend continues and it breaks $1, I think we could see it go to $2, $3, $4 pretty quickly. So definitely one to watch, HRYU. All right, BITF, Bitfarms, one that I personally owned and sold and took profits on. This is a Bitcoin miner. It's moving in the right direction. You can see one, I have this charted, but it keeps going up. I'll go like this. It's gone up for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 green days in a row. There's only 5 trading days in a week. So this has been hot for 2.5 weeks, green every day straight. So at some point, this will turn around and go red, but definitely one to watch, BITF, starting to look really, really bullish and just hit a 52-week high. Now, if you look at the 5-year chart, you can see it has gone as high as $8. So we're not at all-time highs, but if Bitcoin continues this ascend to higher levels over the next couple of years, I think we're going to see Bitfarms go back to those $8 levels, and that will be a great opportunity for investors to see a nice return on their investment. And there we go. So you have to understand, with anything Bitcoin related, the price of Bitcoin goes up, these Bitcoin related stocks go up because they're correlated. This is a Bitcoin miner. They own and hold Bitcoin. They're mining Bitcoin. So when the price of Bitcoin goes up, their holdings go up. So you have to take a look at these types of stocks. Speaking of companies holding Bitcoin, GBTC, another one of those companies that's holding a lot of Bitcoin, and they've been on a hot trend. Look at this. These are weekly green charts, weekly green candles, and GBTC has been green for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 11 weeks in a row. 11 weeks in a row of green on GBTC. It was also my #1 pick for December. It hasn't disappointed. It just hit a 52-week high, pulled back a little bit, but it's starting to go back up again, another 4% on the day. GBTC, Grayscale Bitcoin Trust, holds over 660,000 Bitcoin, one of the largest holders of Bitcoin in the world. Put them on your radar, put them on your watch list. They are hot. With the price of Bitcoin going up, GBTC is heating up. All right, here's ICVX. This is the weekly chart. They have been green now for 6 weeks in a row. You can see the MACD did give us the buy signal here 3 weeks ago, and they've continued to go higher. Great, great signals. And that's 6 weeks in a row of green for ICVX. So this is one to definitely put on your radar and put on your watch list. And it is trading at a 52-week high. So this is a stock that's a little different. It's actually up. It's been very, very high, and it has just broken its 52-week high. So it has tons of momentum, a little bit of a different chart. One of the stocks going in the right direction, similar to Bitcoin. All right, MicroStrategies. I told you guys, these guys are one of the largest holders of Bitcoin in the world. This is Michael Saylor's company. MicroStrategies has been really hot, now at $568. I know that they announced that they're up around $2 billion on their Bitcoin holdings. I believe that their average cost is about $29,000. So when Bitcoin is at 40, 42, 44, then that's extremely bullish for MicroStrategies, and they can go and raise capital and just keep buying more Bitcoin. But they probably want to wait for a dip now, because if they buy it now, it's going to increase their average cost. So right now, they're heavily in the green on their Bitcoin holdings. Do your research on Michael Saylor, one of the largest advocates for Bitcoin, one of the biggest believers in Bitcoin, and he puts his money where his mouth is. He physically owns personally Bitcoin and through his company Bitcoin, and all they do is buy Bitcoin. That's it. No Ethereum, no altcoins, no Shiba Inu, no Ripple, nothing, just Bitcoin, Bitcoin, Bitcoin. And it's a $2 billion profit company that's sitting at $566, just to give you a little bit of an idea of the power of Bitcoin. Speaking of Bitcoin, you can see Bitcoin has been doing extremely well all year. I showed you guys earlier, and it's had this little bit of a pullback recently from the highs of the year, where it did pull back from 44,000 down to 40,000, and we're now back to about 42,000. So still extremely bullish price action for Bitcoin. I fully believe this will just continue to go higher. Little pullbacks are going to happen along the way, but in my opinion, this is just a buying opportunity. You can see people are buying it. That's why it's going up. And I believe that it will continue to go up because there are some massive catalysts coming, including the catalyst I told you today, with Bitcoin now being considered a real asset based on fair value that you can now book on your balance sheet. And I think that's great news for Bitcoin holders and Bitcoin investors. Oil's been getting beat up. We marked this up all the way to 95. We thought it would go to 100. It didn't, but it got close. It got to 95, 96 bucks. And now it's gone all the way back down to $69. It even was lower than that. So this trend has been down, and it looks like it'll probably continue. I can't assume for it to just change. However, the lowest it went this year was 64 bucks, 63 bucks, and then it had a massive bounce and went all the way to 95. We're now at 69. At some point, we're going to hit a bottom and we're going to bounce back. When? I don't know, but I think it's coming close. If 63 is the bottom and we're at 69, this is the time to buy oil. Simple. Investing is really simple. When things are down, that's when you buy it. As long as the asset isn't going to disappear, you're going to do great. Oil ain't going to disappear, folks, anytime soon. So with oil at 69, it's very close to the low of the year. This is where I would be looking to buy oil and gas stocks, oil ETFs, get exposure to oil, dividend stocks, oil, dividend stocks, you name it. Everything oil is in play, in my opinion, right now at these levels. This is where you want to be buying oil at these levels or lower. Roblox, I told you guys it was one of my top 10 stocks, and I told you guys that Roblox was going to go higher. That's exactly what it's doing. Look, I have it marked. When I thought it was going to go higher, it's exactly what it's done. This is what trend and chart analysis does for you. Helps you see the future, helps you understand the markets, helps you understand when good companies are down, that's the time to buy. When good companies are up, that's the time to sell. And Roblox is a great growing company, which I told you had huge upside, which I told you and predicted. And I also told you that I thought it was going to go much higher. It started that trend, but I still think it's going to go higher. Remember, it was at $24 this year, and it's gone to 42 bucks. So it's already almost doubled from its bottom. Extremely bullish price action. I believe this is going to go to $100 in the future. When? Could be this year, coming up 2024, maybe next year, after that 2025. But I do believe that this will be a $100 stock in the future. I just don't know exactly when, but I do believe it's coming. You can see I have it charted where I believe it's going to $130 in the future. So put Roblox on your radar and watch list. I like it now. I would like it a little cheaper if possible too. And I definitely like it for the future. If you buy now and hold, I think you're going to get a chance to make a multiple on Roblox. Coinbase. Coinbase is the largest crypto exchange in America. Soon, in my opinion, to be the largest crypto exchange in the world. Once all the Bitcoin ETFs get approved, they've all decided that they're going to have their coins go and stay and be secured and protected on Coinbase. That's huge for Coinbase. We're talking about billions, potentially trillions of dollars of Bitcoin, all being held at Coinbase through BlackRock, Fidelity, Grayscale Bitcoin Trust, ARK Investments. Like huge institutions are all going to be putting their crypto at Coinbase. That's going to be extremely bullish for Coinbase. That's why the price has gone up this year from 31 bucks to $141. That is extremely bullish. And the reason why I believe that Coinbase is one to watch and a great investment going into 2024 and beyond. I believe that the upside is tremendous, and we could see them go back to $400 one day just on the excitement and enthusiasm that will be coming into Bitcoin and all the assets that will be held under management on Coinbase when all these massive institutions start using Coinbase as their custodian to hold their crypto. It's a no-brainer. Coinbase is going to explode. It already has, and I believe that trend will continue. Snapchat. So I told you guys Snapchat was on the move. I told you Snapchat was coming off a bottom. Snapchat has doubled, pretty much doubled since September when it hit $8. It is now at $15.87. So just barely under a double. Big move for Snapchat. Very bullish. We've seen Snapchat way higher. I think this is a quality company that you definitely want to put in your portfolio because it can be a huge winner for you if it makes another move back up to those higher levels that it's been in the past. NVIDIA, getting back to that 500 mark again, which I just think is a little too rich for me. So far, every time NVIDIA has dropped to like 400, it's been a buy. Every time it's gone to that 500 mark, it's been a sell, and it's been bouncing in that zone for quite some time. So getting back to that 480 mark, getting close to that sell zone. So definitely one to watch. NVIDIA, put it on your radar and put it on your watch. It's the #1 chip maker in the world and the #1 AI stock in the world. COMT, one of my own personal dividend holders that pays a 30% dividend. They're paying their dividend out on Friday, which I believe will reflect in your accounts by the 20th of next week. So stay tuned. We're getting our dividend in like a week from today. So I'm super excited about that. I hope you are too. COMT, if you want exposure to oil and gas, I think COMT is the way to go. They pay you a dividend while you hold, and they pay you out once a year. It's a long-term investment. It's a 30% dividend. And if the price of oil shoots through the year, you can sell it and take your profits. So you could potentially win 2 times on this investment. I've been holding it. I'm just waiting for my dividend. And then once I get my dividend, I'll make my strategy for next year. But I might just keep it in there and hold it next year. If oil does make a big move, I might sell at that point, or I might just hold for another 30% dividend for next year. So we'll see. Apple getting close to that 52-week high, back to $196. Very bullish price action for Apple. Enbridge. Okay, so I was talking about oil and gas stocks. This is one of the biggest oil and gas stocks in the world. Enbridge, $34, was like over 40 when oil was higher, and oil's down and Enbridge is down. I think this is a buy. It's been as low as, let's mark it. It's been as low as 31, been as high as, let's say 43, and we're sitting at 34. So we're much closer to the bottom than we are the top, that's for sure. And I think that this is a good price to get into Enbridge Gas, and they pay a 7.7% dividend. So massive dividend, priced right, great upside for next year. Can't assume that oil will stay down forever. It had a huge year in 2022 when everything else went down. Oil went up. Now this year, everything's been going up, especially the Magnificent Seven, especially Bitcoin, and oil's going down. So maybe next year, maybe we have a trend reversal again. I don't think so. I think that the market will continue to go up. There's a lot of catalysts to justify it going up, like potentially the Fed deciding that they're going to reduce rates. That would be huge for the markets. Bitcoin continuously going up. That's going to be huge for the markets. So I do believe that the markets will continue higher next year. So that could be tough for oil, but at some point, these oil and gas stocks are going to go higher. So if this is not the right time, maybe sometime during the year, next year, it might be the right time to start loading up on oil and gas stocks. But I'll be watching very closely because I love to buy when things are down. So, keep your eye on the oil and gas stocks. Here's Ethereum. This is my second largest crypto holding. I do own Ethereum, and I love Ethereum. And I believe Ethereum is going to go much higher over the next couple of years. You could see Ethereum has also done a pullback from its highs. Just like Bitcoin did a pullback, Ethereum did a pullback. That's very normal, very natural. It wasn't much of a pullback. It's only pulled back from 2,300 down to 2,000 and let's say like 89, which I marked, and it's already back to 2,200. So this is very bullish for Ethereum. It's holding very strong at these levels, and it shows me that Ethereum is going to go higher. So remember, Rich TV Live is strictly for information and education purposes. I'm not telling you to buy Ethereum. I own Ethereum, but I'm telling you that I believe Ethereum is going to go higher. Do what you want with that information, but I believe it goes higher. All right, gold. So speaking of something that cannot hold that 2,000 mark, I told you guys, I've told you multiple times, I told you all year long, gold can't hold 2,000. And all these gold nuts keep saying gold's going to 3,000, 4,000. Gold can't even hold 2,000. So if it can't hold 2,000, it ain't going to 3,000. It ain't going to 4,000. It ain't going to 5,000. It's probably going to stay right around 2,000, 1,900, 1,800, because every time it goes to 2,000, people sell. That's what's happening. And we're sitting at 1982. Not to say it can't go up. Anything is possible. We just broke an all-time high in gold at 2,100, but now we're back under 2,000. So I just don't believe it's going to be able to hold because it hasn't held. Once it shows me it can break through that resistance and hold, I'll be a believer. Until then, I'm a non-believer. PayPal. Okay, this is another one of the companies I really like that I think has a huge upside and is down from its all-time highs. So I think that the upside is tremendous. Another company that's very heavily connected to Bitcoin. I think PayPal has huge upside, chance to double your money or more on PayPal in 2024 and beyond. And with Bitcoin potentially going higher over the next 2 years, I think PayPal will go higher. So definitely put PayPal on your radar and on your watch list. Amazon. Last year when Amazon was down, I was telling everyone to buy. I bought it. This year, Amazon went up. I sold it. It's now trading right around a 52-week high. So congratulations if you got into Amazon. If you're taking profits, congratulations. If you're thinking about taking profits, not a bad idea to sell at a 52-week high. I'm not saying it's not going higher. Anything's possible. It could go higher, could go lower. But as an investor, selling at a 52-week high is always a good way to invest. You're not going to lose by buying at 52-week lows, selling at 52-week highs, especially when you're investing in great assets. Simple way to invest, but it works. All right, Google, another one of those companies that I told you last year I was buying. I bought it on the dip when they went down. This year, Google's ripped. I sold, took profits. It's continue higher. Looking for an entry for me on Google and Amazon on a dip. Just the dip hasn't come. Uber, another one that last year I bought, sold, should have held. This year, Uber has really ripped. It's gone from like $20 to $60. It's one of the biggest winners of the year. Uber, I love the ride sharing. I love Uber Eats. It's one that got away on me this year, but it's okay. They're on my radar, just waiting for another dip. And on the next dip, I will be a buyer. Tesla, one that I bought last year on the dip when they dropped like all the other big tech stocks. This year, I sold it, took profits. It's continued higher. Now I'm just waiting for another dip. If they can get an extended dip and drop below 200, I would be a buyer again and position myself on another run up on Tesla, most likely get in sometime next year. All right, those are my picks that we are watching today. And right now, the hottest stock of the day is CCCC, continuing its upward trend. Now, 2 days in a row of big green on C4 Therapeutics. So it is definitely hot. I think that this might go higher. Keep them on your radar. Keep them on your watch list. It might be a little bit of a Christmas miracle. You know, we are having a Christmas rally. There are going to be trades during the holidays when people are not paying attention that are going to just rip your face off. This could be one of them. CCCC, super, super bullish, 2 days in a row in the heavy green. Put them on your radar. Put them on your watch list. I'm your host of the most, your boy Rich from Rich TV. If you're not winning, you're probably not watching. We bring you the winners, CEO interviews, breaking news, trending topics, and we bring them to you first. Thank you for watching, everybody. Was I not showing you my screen? My goodness. Let me do that. Probably a good idea to share my screen. Here we go. All right. So there's CCCC up 118% on the day. AVTX up 84% on the day. I went through all of these charts and I wasn't showing you my chart. STTK up 85% of the day. RSLS up 68% of the day. Nxtp up 54% on the day. ADCT up 35% on the day. All right. View up 35% of the day and maintaining that bullish momentum. INTS up 23% of the day. These are the daily charts. HRYU, they've been hot for a while and maintaining that momentum. BITF also been hot for a while, and they're maintaining that momentum, up 9% on the day. GBTC, Grayscale Bitcoin Trust, up 4% on the day. Bitcoin just under 4,200 right now at 41,996, just selling off a little bit from that 4,200, and we're back to 42,000. So Bitcoin back over 42,000. MicroStrategies in the green. Apple at 196, and you can see that big move there on Apple from 195 up to 196. So very, very bullish there. These are the 1 minute candles. Let's go to the 1 year. This is oil, $69 right now. Definitely been selling off recently. Coinbase slightly in the green today, but been very bullish all year. ICVX at a 52-week high. RBLX gaining steam like I predicted, and I told you guys it would. And I still feel like it will go way, way higher from here. NVIDIA, very, very bullish all year. Ethereum, very bullish all year, similar to Bitcoin. COMT, 30% dividend holder and investor in oil and gas and precious metals. Enbridge, one of my oil and gas plays that I think has huge potential for next year. PayPal, another play that I really like that I think he has huge potential for next year. Gold, struggling to hold that 2,000 mark, as you can see. Snapchat, been on fire for the last few months. It's pretty much doubled. Amazon, been a big winner all year. Google, been a big winner all year. Uber, been a big winner all year. And we've been on top of all of these picks. Tesla, been a big winner all year as well. And looking for a pullback to get in on Tesla. All right. Those are the markets. Hope you have a great day. I'm your host of the most, your boy Rich from Rich TV. If you're not winning, you're probably not watching. We bring you the winners, CEO interviews, breaking news, trending topics, and we bring it to you first. We are live everywhere on all devices, all over the planet on social media. I want to wish you all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year from everyone here at the Rich TV Live podcast. It's been a fantastic year for us as an investing community, especially with crypto and with the Magnificent Seven and a few others like DraftKings and Uber that have done well. We happen to be positioned in a lot of those assets, so we're really, really lucky. But I don't consider luck. I think it's a lot of research. It's a lot of due diligence. It's a lot of looking at the charts. It's a lot of understanding companies, and it's years and years and years of experience in the markets. So hopefully you had a good year this year. If you didn't, don't worry. 2024 is around the corner, and you have a chance to start all over again and have a fantastic year in 2024. All right. I want to wish everyone a great day. Finish up the week strong. I'm your host of the most, your boy Rich from Rich TV. And also don't forget, go to our website at richtv.io. Join our website, absolutely free. We're doing tons of upgrades, tons of changes. It's a community built by investors for investors where you can get all the biggest breaking news in the world of finance. We are going to be adding sports and trending news and topics to the website in 2024. So stay tuned. Thank you for watching. I'm your host of the most, your boy Rich from Rich TV. If you're not winning, probably not watching. Bring you the winners, and we bring them to you first. CEO interviews, breaking news, trending topics, sports, and a lot more. Have a nice day. I'm your boy Rich from Rich TV, and I'm out. Peace, and Merry Christmas, and a Happy New Year to all.